The XRP price could hit a new all-time high. That is coming from not an analyst, not somebody that we know in the space, but it's actually coming from a high-profile exchange. Very, very rarely do you see exchanges put out price targets or even talk about price action, but that's exactly what's happened here in the last 15 hours. Kraken has come out and basically said that XRP right now could reach new all-time highs in the near future. Just here in the last 24 hours, XRP reflipped Tether to overtake the number 3 spot. It has dialed back a little bit here in the last few hours to open up the market here this morning, but I wanted to get into what Kraken exactly said about XRP, kind of highlight what's going on with the market as it relates to XRP. You know, XRP was kind of lagging behind Ethereum during the last week here or so. Ethereum really pumped, and we needed that surge because it filtered down into the rest of the market. But Kraken Exchange has generated a ton of interest recently by proposing that XRP could reach a new all-time high very, very soon. So we saw about a 10 to 12% move yesterday, and Kraken Exchange actually teased this, saying new all-time high soon, coming from a major exchange. It's kind of interesting, right? Like, we don't really see this very often. They were one of the leading exchanges to relist XRP if you go back to 2023. Following the U.S. court's ruling that, you know, XRP sales on the public exchanges were not securities, right? So that's when Ripple won the retail side of the lawsuit. It's crazy to think that that was almost now 2 years ago, July 2023. But at the same time, we do have some analysts calling for potential price targets. I wanted to share some of that with you guys as well. Actually, somebody I've met in the space, Steph is Crypto. I know he's been following XRP. He's been in it since 2016. I remember having a conversation with him a few years back, but he's projecting right around a $10 to $11 price target for XRP. And I think, you know, when it comes to XRP right now, here's kind of my general thoughts. And I've said this in the last couple videos. It's kind of crazy not to own some. And I'll give you guys just like 2 or 3, you know, reasons. And of course, not financial advice. I'm just a dude on YouTube. Do your own research. But to me, holding the largest US-based crypto, over 150 billion plus market cap, with their CEO taking pictures with Donald Trump, right? With Donald Trump listing XRP alongside Cardano and Solana for a strategic reserve. That right there is enough. But then you couple that with the potential of ETFs, the potential adoption, now that the United States is actually, you know, getting off their ass and adopting crypto and actually getting behind this movement. You're talking about the largest US-based company who hasn't been able to really operate in the United States over the past 4 or 5 years. And now you have, you know, Kraken Exchange talking about, you know, the likelihood that we'll see XRP ETFs, we'll see XRP all-time highs. And keep in mind, current price action, guys, we've dipped down a little bit. We're at 253 right now. We got up to about 260 and dialed back. That makes a ton of sense. That's a strong resistance level right now for XRP at 260. If we were to close above that number, whether it be today, tomorrow, at some point this week, that opens the door to finally see a $3 price target again. So that's the first step. Got to close above 260. That would really, you know, continue the bullish momentum. Right now, we're kind of scratching the surface. We're toying with it right now and dialing back a little bit here in the last hour or so at 252. Interestingly enough, it is the top gainer in the top 100, only up 2% in the last 24 hours. Rest of the market pretty flat here to open things up. But I thought these price targets were pretty interesting. In terms of my thoughts, how high XRP could go the rest of 2025, I think, you know, somewhere in the $8 to $10 range is feasible. You know, let's say Bitcoin climbs up to about 150, Ethereum finally gets up to like that 5 to 6K target. I could see XRP climbing somewhere between that 7 to 10, $8 to $10 range. I know a lot of people want to see it go to 1,000 or 500 or something outrageous. Now, what makes it interesting is I don't think that's going to happen. However, over time, if, you know, let's say XRP fully becomes the cross-border payment solution and overtakes SWIFT, and we've got ETFs, which 18 of them are already filed, and there's a ton of institutional demand, yeah, the floodgates open, and who knows how high we can go. So it's hard to find a crypto this high of market cap that has this much upside. And I think that's really what I'm saying at the end of the day, why I think everybody should maybe consider owning some XRP. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. I thought it was interesting that Kraken put out price targets, put out anything related to price on any crypto. Very rare you see that. But there's no doubt that the retail demand for XRP, the interest, is higher than any other crypto right now. It's been that way for a year plus. Just being on YouTube, kind of studying and analyzing all that data all the time, there's no doubt. I mean, it has the most traffic, the most searches of any other crypto outside of Bitcoin right now, and it's not even close. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Heading over to Toronto to the conference later. We'll be catching up from there here in a little bit. Let me know your thoughts down below. Also, before we get up on out of here, XT Algo, that is my trading indicator. Our last momentum up or buy signal flashed around $2.15, guys. A lot of people experiencing those gains if they're already XT Algo members. We're seeing SWE and that ecosystem pump like crazy. Been printing a lot of gains over there. If you guys want a piece of that action, definitely check out XT Algo, link down below in my description. It's $1 a day to get started. Instead of spending $8 on a Starbucks coffee, you can get this for $1 a day, 30-day money back guarantee. Try it risk-free today. I'm telling you guys, it'll level up your game when it comes to trading the top altcoins in the space. XT Algo, use the discount code X for 21% off, and check it out. We'll see you guys.